Hi, and welcome to Art. Hi, and welcome to the Art Room with me, Mrs. Samala, as your art teacher. I'm so excited to have you in class. I'm going to take the first couple of minutes of class and just talk a little bit about who I am so you get to know me a little bit better. I've been teaching art for a very long time, and I love teaching art and spending time with my students, and I love making art. Aside from doing anything creative or making art and being with students, another favorite thing that I like to do is be outside. I love to be outside kayaking or hiking or going for walks or just anything. Outside is a great place to be. My favorite people to be outside with is my family and, of course, friends too. But this is a picture of my family, and at the very end of summer every year we like to go to the Minnesota State Fair. So my husband was with me, and he is a teacher too. He is a science teacher. My son and his wife and my daughter are all college students at St. Scholastica, and my youngest daughter goes to Hermantown. She actually is at the high school now. She's a junior or in 11th grade there, and we love to go to the state fair. My husband and all of my children and myself all graduated from Hermantown, so that means we're Hawks, just like all of you. Another member of my family is my crazy dog, Cosmo. In the summertime, he loves to dig around outside, chasing after bunnies and squirrels. So now he's in the sink getting ready for a bath. And in this picture, it's wintertime and he loves running around. And because he has such short legs, when he runs around in the snow piles up on his belly and he gets big snowballs like that. And then we have to put warm water on them and rinse them off. He's such a character, and he gives our life lots of joy, even though he's naughty sometimes. So now that you're in art class, I want you to think about what is art? What are all the things that can be art, or how do you think art is or looks like? Art can be photography, so taking pictures of people, places, or things. This is moon over half dome. Art can be sculpture. Here's a huge sculpture of a child playing in a puddle called Puddle Jumper. Art can be drawings. This is a crayon drawing by the famous artist Pablo Picasso. Art can be furniture. Here's really creative bookshelves that someone designed. Art can be paintings. Here's an old-fashioned game of Crack the Whip. Back before there were playgrounds at school. Art can be clothing, and this is a very unusual piece of clothing. It is made out of balloons, little tiny balloons. Art can be weaving or fibers. So we'll do some weaving hopefully this year. So fiber art is when you use any kind of string or yarn or materials and make a fabric. Art is architecture. That's designing buildings or helping to design buildings. That's a really fancy building. Now, why do people make art anyway? Sometimes it's to tell stories. Back before the camera was invented, artists would tell stories all the time in drawings or paintings because there was no such thing as a camera to show what was happening. So they would record paintings or drawings. This is before motors were invented. Look at this beautiful area or waterway that people used to live by, and they were using oars because there was no such thing as motors invented back then. Sometimes it's to share feelings, like this painting by Mary Cassatt. She liked to do paintings of mother and children. Sometimes it's to make things look special. So here's a piece of pottery, and on it is a goat design or an antelope design. Sometimes it's to remember special people. Another painting to remember someone special or remember special times. This is called Thanksgiving. People are getting ready. Art can be huge. So the sculpture in this photograph is a head and two knees. And it gives the feeling that there's a giant woman in this pond. And you can see how real people are walking by. And this couple is going up to look at the sculpture in a boat. Cool. Art can also be very tiny. The artist that designed this sitting room is, you can actually see the woman over here, what size it is. It looks like a normal size sitting room, but here's a woman over here dusting out the area with a dry paintbrush. So these are little miniature rooms that an artist made. Super cool. People make art everywhere in the world. I just have a few examples. This is called Crow and Heron, and I think it's such a beautiful print. This is from Japan. You can see their beautiful umbrella. Here's one from South America that's very bright and colorful by the artist Brito. Artists choose their materials. What are materials anyway? Materials could be paper. So instead of drawing on a piece of paper, this artist cuts the paper out and glues it together to make paper sculptures. This is made out of glass. It's actually glass blowing. Very dangerous artwork. This is made out of garbage or recycled or found things. That is one cool looking lizard. Art can also make us feel. We could feel love, joyful. Keith Haring used to make super joyful paintings like this. People are dancing. Ooh, they can also be curious. Look at that turtle. It looks real. And he has a tree growing out it with monarchs on it. It looks like it's almost real. So now what we're going to discover when you're in kindergarten and all the way through Art with Me is, what is art to you? What is it made out of? What do you like to experiment with in art? Do you like to draw stories or share feelings? Do you like to make paintings? Art is different for everybody. So I want you to talk about and think about what is art to you when we're in this classroom.